Media. You've got this t-shirt business, and you've got this printing business, you've got this Etsy business, you've got this beekeeping business, and you're selling honey out of the trunk of your car. You know what I mean? Like, these aren't businesses, really. They're just hobbies that you might be making a few extra dollars here and there, but because you didn't see them to their fullest potential, because you didn't see them to completion, that's the only thing they'll ever be.
Hi, my name is Ronnie Cruz. After almost 2 decades as a career network marketer, I realized that despite continual work on my personal and professional development, that I had hit a massive brick wall. So I took a deep and honest look at myself, top to bottom, hoping to find answers, and my search led me to one conclusion. The definitions I held of my business, of my world, of my life, were the very things holding me back. If I wanted to change, if I wanted to grow beyond my current circumstances, I had to wipe the slate clean and redefine. This show is dedicated to helping you identify the belief systems, the mindsets, the very definitions that have held you back, and then help you break through those limitations to finally create the life you've been working so hard to achieve. Welcome to the Redefine Podcast.
All right, happy Tuesday and happy podcast day to you. Welcome to the show if you're brand new, and of course, if you are an existing listener, welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. All right, today we're going to talk about prioritization some more, right? Like I mentioned on last Thursday's episode, I really want to drill down prioritization even more. We did talk about prioritizing the top things that are the most important to you, right? The top things that you really want to put your focus, energy, and attention on that will create the life that you want to live, the life experience that you want to have, because we only get one go, right? Now, drilling down from there, I really want you to prioritize the most important projects that will create that kind of change in your life. And I say this because I think in modern day, especially in modern day, but I think this has always been the case, but especially in modern day, I think we have a tendency to be too attracted to new and shiny things, right? To start new projects because of the newness and because of the shininess and because of the excitement. I mean, there's always something new happening every day, right? There's always something new coming out, new technology, new side hustle, whatever, right? And so what I've seen over the years is people jumping into new things and starting new projects before they've actually seen their existing projects to completion, or before, at the very least, building their existing projects to their fullest potential, right? I bring this up, and this idea popped in my head because I've been doing a lot of work on the mountain. If you've watched or listened to the last handful of episodes, you've seen the vineyard and you know all the stuff that's going on down there. And there's just a lot of work up here on the mountain, especially during the warm months, right? I gotta maintain around the house, making sure it doesn't get overgrown. And you know, it's not like I'm keeping it super manicured. There's no HOA up here, but you just gotta keep it trimmed down and keep it tame. Otherwise, the forest will swallow it, right? Swallow the whole house. Then beyond that, there's composting projects that I have to constantly maintain every few days. There's the significant driveway that I have to make sure I keep tame. And then there's down on the field, right? The field, where the peach trees are, more vegetables down there. There's vegetables up here at the house. And then, of course, the grapes, right? The vineyard. And at this point, I only have 6 plants growing in the vineyard. With the plan to add at least 10 to 20 more. And so with 6 plants alone, I already feel like I've got a pretty full load, keeping them pruned, right? Making sure they grow up to the trellis and are growing the right way, making sure that deer don't eat them all, right? All right. So there's a constant amount of work. There's a constant amount of maintenance on existing projects that I haven't and don't want to start new projects right now, right? And I haven't for quite a few years, because there's already a lot of work, right? I want to see these projects, especially the vineyard, to completion before I add more work to my plate, right? Before I put on more things to do in my workload, right? Right, and mind you, there's a lot of projects that I want to accomplish here on the mountain, but just not right now, right? And so you have to have this kind of long-term commitment to see projects through to completion before starting anything new. And it can start feel like you're not getting anything accomplished. It can start feeling rote and routine and boring, but you have to have that high level of commitment to seeing this thing through. And one of the ways I've done that is to make sure I have the vision of the end. And I'm really holding on to that and conditioning myself to know that that vision will take time, right? Another example is my network marketing business. And I got dubbed the name Mr. Commitment a long time ago. And it's because I stuck it out in my network marketing business for years. For years, I hustled and I grinded and I did all the work. You know what I mean? I was diligently putting in the time and the effort and working on this project. And I didn't put any focus. I didn't start anything else until I built my business to where I wanted it to be, to the potential that I wanted to reach. And that took like 6.5, 7 years, right? Before I started making full-time income. That's why I was named Mr. Commitment, right? I was given the nickname Mr. Commitment. And with this conversation today, it is as much a commitment conversation as it is a prioritization conversation. Prioritize the projects and the things that will make the most significant changes for the better in your life, right? The projects that will make the most significant impact in creating the life that you want to create and you want to live. And don't start anything new until you've seen that project through to completion, right? Or at least until you've seen that project to the potential that you wanted to reach. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of little side hustles. And you've got this t-shirt business and you've got this printing business, you've got this Etsy business, you've got, this beekeeping business, and you're selling honey out of the trunk of your car. You know what I mean? Like, these aren't businesses, really. They're just hobbies that you might be making a few extra dollars here and there, but because you didn't see them to their fullest potential, because you didn't see them to completion, that's the only thing they'll ever be. And they will never, all those things, all those new things that you start will never amount to making any real drastic change in your life. And that's what I really mean by prioritization. Prioritize the thing that's most important to you that will make the biggest impact in your life towards the direction that you want to go. Right. For me, again, it was network marketing, right? Seeing that business through until I got to that potential and until I reached the level that I wanted to reach. Once I got there, that's when I started entertaining and exploring other options like investing in other businesses and things like that. But I did not do that until I saw that business through, right? Until I saw it to the potential that I wanted to reach. And so that's what I encourage you to do. Again, there's lots of distractions. There's a lot of things that out there that are calling our attention, and start this and, eBay selling and this business and this business. Again, before you know it, you've got nothing done. Or you've started a lot of things, but no difference has been made in your life, right? So that's my message. That's my message for today. Don't start any new projects until you've seen your existing projects through to completion. All right. And on Thursday's episode, we're going to talk, it's kind of, an ongoing conversation. It's kind of a through line, but we're going to talk about trimming the fat and really becoming as efficient as possible, right? As efficient as possible. So make sure you tune in on Thursday for that. It's going to be a fresh new one. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.